All right, so I'm joined now by Chet Faliszek, who's from Valve, talking about Left 4 Dead today. Just gives a bit of a background for people that might not have heard about the game.
So it's a 4-player co-op experience. It's zombie apocalypse, and it's you and your 3 other teammates fighting your way through safety of the city.
That's pretty simple.
Yep.
Okay. So tell us about how you're depending on co-op. It seems like it's the kind of crux of the game.
Yeah, so the game was built from the ground up to be about co-op. So a lot of times you'll see co-op just kind of being this single-player game, and you can do it with your buddies. But we made it where your teammates are integral to your survival. If you try to go through just on your own and lone wolf it, you're going to die. You need to stick to your teammates. Some of the monsters will take you down, and the only way to get back up and not get killed is to have one of your teammates come rescue you. And we give all kinds of different interaction for the different players to do with each other to kind of reinforce the co-op.
Okay. Can you give us some examples of that?
So that would be you can heal each other. If one of your guys gets hurt and they'll go down, you can actually bring them back up to health. If they fall off a ledge, you can reach down and you can pull them back up.
And each individual person in the team has a certain role, do they, or is it spread between them?
No, so there's 4 characters, and they each have different personalities, but we don't define classes for them, so you can play them however you want to play. And so, people just gravitate towards I like to lead, or I like to follow, I like to be the support guy. Right. And they can create the kind of way they want to play with each character.
Right. Okay. Is it interesting to see how people take on those roles within a team? Does it change quite a lot?
Oh yeah. So around the studio when we're playing, there's certain people that like to lead, and then all of a sudden we'll get a team with it's all the leader guys, and it's kind of like, guys, come on, it doesn't work this way. Everyone's going a different way. You got to stick together. They get ripped apart.
So how does that work when you're, say, you're playing as by yourself? You're not online or playing co-op. How does that work? The AI is pretty adaptive to what you're doing.
Exactly. So the bots, you can play with any number of them. So if you just got a couple of guys you want to get together and you want to have a couple of AI bots, they'll come in. If wife calls and you got to go to dinner for 15 minutes, you can go eat and come back, and the bot will just take over for you. Okay. And you'll come back. You'll still have all your weapons. They'll keep going, or your friends could wait for you.
Excellent.
Depends how nice your friends are.
So tell us about some of the concept for the game, because I mean it's still a first-person shooter, but it's quite a diversion, I guess, for Valve. How did it come about?
So Turtle Rock Studios down in Southern California actually originally started it, and they brought it up to us as a working model. It didn't have any of the graphics. It just had really simple idea of the core of the game, and we all started playing it, and we're like, oh my god, this is great, And I remember going to Gabe that day and like, I want to work on this. Gabe's like, you want to work on it? You can work on it. Even though they're not our studio, we work with them a lot on Counter-Strike, and so we had a relationship and started working on it, and then recently this past fall we purchased them, and so now they're part of us, and just continue working on it now.
Okay. And it's been in development for quite a while then?
Yeah, a couple of years.
Okay. And it's when it's finally released, it's set to hit the PC and Xbox 360, but no PlayStation version right now.
Correct, no PlayStation version, but a 360 and PC simultaneous release.
Okay. And the co-op element will be playable online with up to 4 people, and that's the whole story kind of is playable online.
Correct. And so you'll be able to start up the game and say, hey, I'm going to start up the game, and on the PC side, you'll see a little Steam icon on the right that your friends are playing. You join that game in progress, or you can start your own. We're redoing all the matchmaking. Actually, with the 360, we have a company called Certain Affinity, which are a bunch of the Halo guys who worked on matchmaking, and they know it really well, and they're helping us make the best matchmaking we can.
To integrate it in a similar way and make it seamless.
Exactly, yeah. It's not our normal just server browser. We're taking it to a new level for this game.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about some of the creatures in the game. I mean, are you calling them zombies? Are you calling them the undead? How would you describe them?
So we call them infected.
Right.
But if they're
like 28 days later, I guess.
Yeah, but if they're coming at you down the street, you're not going to be like, well, that person really isn't as technically a zombie, right? You're going to yell zombie. And so in game they yell zombie, and we call them zombies for shorthand.
Okay. And the standard kind of like humanoid ones, like human-esque ones?
Well, so we have the common horde, which are kind of what you're used to seeing. The fast zombies are going to come at you, and then we also have some special zombies. So the virus kind of mutated with certain people. And there's ones like the Hunter, who's kind of like the Spider-Man-ish kind of character. He can jump up on top of roofs. He can leap at you. And so he's one, like if he leaps at you and grabs you and you're down, you need one of the survivors needs to come get him off, because he'll just rip you apart.
So tell us a little bit, you're involved with the development. As most of the development team kind of into zombie films, can we expect some kind of references to classic stuff in that?
Oh yeah, so the whole idea is that we're going to put you in that zombie movie, and you're going to be able to be like, instead of like, don't open that door, you're going to be the guy, and you're going to decide, I'm not going to open that door. I'm going to keep going down the hallway, and that evil thing in there's not going to get me. Yeah, we're all fans of zombie movies, so it's great to get to work on it. I've always wanted to make the zombie game, so it's great to be able to.
Can we expect some kind of cool like chainsaw weapons in there or anything?
Right now we don't have that. We're talking about post-release adding some extra weapons and stuff. But so right now we kind of have what you would find around if the zombie apocalypse happened. Our research there, and you'd have some military weapons, you'd have some of the hunting weapons and that kind of thing. So.
Okay. And I mean, it's going to be set for release. Was it later in the year? Have you nailed it down yet?
Fall of this year.
Fall of this year. And that's on the Xbox 360 and PC as well.
Correct.
What can we expect? Can we kind of expect quite a long storyline then going to be added on later, or I mean, what's the plan for it post release?
We're going to keep supporting games like all Valve multiplayer games. We'll just keep supporting it, keep adding. We'll add new maps, we'll add new items, we'll just keep acting. And it's great because once it's out, we can get the feedback from the fans and see what they like and how they're interacting with the product and kind of help go down that line of what they're looking for.
Excellent. All right, well, thanks for that, Chet, and we'll go and play the game.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thanks.